Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a very good, very interesting, epic series between CatZ from Root Gaming. He is a co-leader and member of Root Gaming, and his opponent today is PainUser, who is sponsored by SkillCapped, I believe, skillcapped.com. But both of these guys were playing in the lower bracket at MLG DC for their tournament lives. This is a best-of-3 series, very long, interesting series between these two players, and they've met each other before a lot on the ladder, in show matches, all kinds of things, and you know they should be quite familiar with each other's playstyles by this point. So I have not watched these replays yet. I know that they're really good. CatZ himself actually recommended the series to me because of such good play. If you see the CatZ interview on my channel, you can check that out as well. And yeah, I just want to see how these games play out. So starting on Metalopolis here, CatZ is way over here on the right side as the yellow Zerg. PainUser obviously is the red Terran over here on the left side. And it looks like CatZ is going to be scouting with that Overlord, of course. He gets within range of the command center area and sees that there's nothing there, so he does send a drone the opposite direction to check if he's at this close running distance. Instead, of course, he's going to realize very soon that PainUser is way over here on the left side. PainUser, on the other hand, has not really tried to scout at all. He's just going to go ahead and build his supply depot and barracks at his ramp, as Terran players are wont to do against Zerg opponents. PainUser getting his refinery up. This is all part of the very standard Terran build. Next we should be seeing a orbital command start up after that barracks is finished. CatZ, on the other hand, has not thrown up a gas, spawning pool, or hatch yet. It looks like he does have quite enough minerals. Yes, he does have enough for a hatchery, so he is going to expand first. His drone is just now arriving over at PainUser's base, so he's going to be able to check out everything. Not going to see anything out of the ordinary, though. Like I said, PainUser subscribing to that very standard Terran build, and barracks is finished. Orbital command should be right there. It is. And so CatZ is going to drop his spawning pool at 15. Drop that hatch first down here. Spawning pool at 15. He's kind of, you know, it's okay to do that. He's at a very long distance from his opponent. Shouldn't be too worried about any sort of harassment early on, especially since he saw that this barracks does not have a tech lab even started on it yet. So factory probably going to be part of PainUser's build order here very soon. He's got 3 guys on gas already. CatZ, on the other hand, just now making his extractor. Not sure what he's going to be headed for after the spawning pool is completed. He does drop 3 drones in there. Spawning pool is about 60% done, so he's not going to have enough gas for Zergling speed by the time that finishes, but he will have enough to drop a Baneling nest if he feels like it. We'll just have to see. So PainUser scouting around now with his SCV, sees that natural hatchery already done, gets up here to see that there are no lings and no queens. He realizes that CatZ is going for a more economic play. And what is he doing on his at his main? He is building that factory as expected. Probably going to be wanting to get that second gas up soon, around the time that that factory finishes, maybe even before then. Dropping a command center. Okay, so 1 Rex fast expand with a factory building. Probably going to be seeing some Hellions. PainUser got up here and saw that there was no Roach Warren or Baneling Nest dropped just yet. Zergling speed is going to be first, so no further tech just yet. So as part of getting Zergling speed, he's going to want to start spreading his creep as soon as possible too, just so they can be that much more effective. PainUser's original scout is being chased away by these 2 Zerglings of CatZ. But 4 Marines come out to meet these Lings. The SCV does go down, but these 2 Lings are going to be sacrificed as well. So PainUser switches, basically trades 1 SCV for 2 Zerglings. Not too bad of a trade. Spinecrawler going down, actually 2 Spinecrawlers going down at this natural expansion. He saw those 4 Marines sort of away from home and maybe was concerned that they were going to keep marching all the way over to that natural, so Spinecrawler is a great decision there. He's doing his larva inject with his queen as expected. He could be getting another one right now. Oh, he does already have one here at the natural, so 2 queens, larva spitting away, Zergling speed about 75% done. That first Hellion of PainUser does show up out of that factory. It looks like he's adding on 2 more barracks right now, as well as finishing up that command center. Good block on the ramp by these 4 Zerglings and this queen here. And now Spinecrawler finishing means that this Hellion's not going to be able to do anything for the time being. This Overlord just narrowly escapes death from these 5 Marines. So the Hellion probably going to die here. Yeah, kind of a bad move by PainUser, just sending him on in there knowing that that Spinecrawler was finishing and that there were Lings and a Queen already in place to stop that. So these 5 Marines are going to head home, or at least over to that watchtower. We'll see where they end up here in just a second. The command center that he was building earlier, goes over to the natural, starts making that orbital command. Still only one factory, but we do have 3 barracks total now and an engineering bay coming along. Maybe he fears mutalisks, we'll have to see. But oh wow, all those Marines got cleaned out. I'm gonna just rewind a little tiny bit and see what happened there. Yeah, a lot of links coming out from CatZ, able to take out those 5 Marines of PainUser. Very nice, and he's going to just continue running over there. A bunker going down now outside the natural for PainUser. He does have a couple of Hellions and a couple of Marines ready. There you can see him positioning them to protect against those links, getting that supply depot back up so they're not going to be able to get into the main mineral line. And CatZ goes ahead and sends them home, or at least to meet his reinforcements. Yep, it looks like he is going to go ahead and go home. And he's dropping, let's see, he already had 2 gas. No, getting his 3rd and 4th gas right now at his main and his natural. Not sure what he's going to be switching up to. He does not have a lair morphing just yet, nor any additional tech buildings. Oh, there goes the lair. So no Roach Warren or Baneling Nest just yet. It looks like he is going to be transitioning into a tier 2 unit instead. So keeping an eye on these watchtowers. CatZ has control of this one. PainUser did have control of that one with these Hellions a second ago, and now it looks like he has got other plans. He's going to start heading over to this one, torching that Zergling, and gonna see what he can harass over here, while CatZ drops a 3rd base, a 2nd expansion over here at this 3rd position. And PainUser, I don't believe, has scouted that yet. He did just see those lings up on the ramp though, so he can probably figure it out. He is gonna actually pursue the lings. Not sure if I would advise that, as that is a ton of speedlings and they will be able to get surrounds there. CatZ does get a good surround on the 1st Hellion, kills off that 2nd one, surrounds the 3rd with very minimal losses. I'm not sure if PainUser actually saw that hatch. Let's go take a look. Yes, he did see the hatch. So PainUser might be a little bit worried right now. All of his little harass tactics have not been working out for him very much yet. Still just cranking out lots of Marines and Hellions at this point. Kind of interesting. He's got a 3rd gas of his own. CatZ has a ton of speedlings marching their way around the map right now. He's got them split a little bit up toward that 3rd, and then over on the right side. Oh, he sends them in a little bit early before he's got his full forces there. Now he's got them all prepared. He does not want to follow those Hellions back into this bunker, as those lings will be killed off pretty quickly. But oh man, good torch right there. About 6 lings go down, and both Hellions survive. CatZ is going to send those guys home. CatZ is building a spire, 2 more extractors, and some roaches. Not sure where that roach warren was. Didn't actually see that go down. There it is. Man, if that was there earlier, I'm sorry. Totally missed it. But he is getting a spire building somewhere. Where are you, spire? There you are, right on. No, that's a spine crawler. That is not a spire. Oh, he's doing the proxy spire, sort of. I say proxy, it's of course still in his base, but he has to use an overlord pooping creep to be able to keep that alive. I'm surprised I don't see any creep tumors just yet. It looks like he is using all of his overlords to poop creep instead of using those creep tumors, instead choosing to use inject larva with all of his queens for the time being. And lots of Hellions on the move now for PainUser. He does have a lot of Marines hanging out back here. They already have combat shield. It looks like concussive shells are researching right now, as well as siege tech and infantry armor level 1. So it's going to be mutas against a pretty stout ground army of PainUser. Here we have 5 roaches meeting 5 Hellions. You know, I'm not a positive who wins this fight, just because Hellions are so much faster than the roaches off of the creep. But if they were to just fight straight up, of course these roaches would win. But PainUser loses a couple of Hellions there to the roaches and those reinforcing lings, but sneaks into the mineral line regardless, able to torch a couple of drones there. Spinecrawler poking away. 1 Mutalisk does pop out. I'm not sure if this... Oh no! Get those drones out of there! Oh man, he loses a drone kind of needlessly, and a second, unfortunately for CatZ, but he does have Mutalisks in play now. They are heading over to PainUser's main, it looks like. Potentially the natural. I'm not sure if PainUser built any turrets. Yes, he does have one in the main mineral line. Actually, a second one here, and getting medevacs now, not Vikings. So more turrets trying to be built. Oh no, that was just the supply depot, but PainUser does have a ton of Marines here too, with stim and combat shields, so this huge cloud of Mutalisks not going to be as effective as CatZ would like. He's going to have to either split them up or just stick to hit and run tactics to be able to pick off add-ons or supply depots or whatever is out of range of those turrets and Marines. PainUser actually moved down to the lower ground right now, so these mutas can be very efficient right here, taking out that first turret, taking out a couple of SCVs. There is still 1 turret over here, but he is out of range of it, so that's just fine. These Marines are forced to stim and run back into the main on that high ground to be able to try and fight this off. CatZ has not lost a single Mutalisk yet, There are still a lot of Marines there. He is continually stimming them, so at least CatZ is hindering the economy, keeping PainUser in his base, and forcing them to stim repeatedly. Now the mutas are starting to be thinned out. A little bit of a missed movement there. CatZ almost escaped with all of his Metalisks intact, but the stimmable Marines of PainUser are just mobile death traps for those mutas. But CatZ chilling comfortably. He's got pathogen glands. I love CatZ and his pathogen glands. And he's getting Infestor energy before Neural Parasite. Neural Parasite actually, of course, isn't even used very often at all anymore. Fungal growth is just so good, and it's proven to be great for giant Zerg ground armies and things like that, that, you know, it's just, Neural Parasite just isn't seen very much because there's so much better use for that energy. And CatZ thinned down to only about 6 Mutalisks right now. He is trying to take this 4th base here. I'm not sure if PainUser's seen that. No, he has not scanned or anything. He might send a Marine to go check that out, but instead he's going to just go for these easy Overlord kills. They do not have the upgraded speed just yet. PainUser on the move with this huge mobile army here. 117 food against 142 of CatZ. Oh, some Banelings coming in now. Does get some excellent Baneling blasts. Wow, those are, oh my god, those are super efficient Baneling blasts there. 123 food against 84 now. So CatZ only lost about 30 food. PainUser lost about 30 or 40 food of his army, and now CatZ just has a severe advantage in the units. These medevacs are probably going to be taken out by these Mutalisks. Yes, they are. These 3 remaining bio units trying to run home. PainUser trying to expand up here at the top, or his 3rd base actually, getting that Planetary Fortress in. A lot of Roaches on the move now, as well as some Mutalisks, about 9 of them. He is going to be able to do some damage to this Planetary Fortress if he can skirt around those turrets. Not sure if he wants to fight those head on. No, he does not. He does lose a Mutalisk over there, but 2 Infestors now in play as well. They will be able to spawn infested Terrans or fungal growth, depending on what he sees the need for. More Infestors and Roaches coming now. These Mutalisks going to poke their heads back in while PainUser's down. Great time to come pick off some tech labs, some reactors. Here, this seems to be the bulk of PainUser's army right now, and of course these mutas do not want to fight against this. A few mutas splatter right there, as well as a couple of Marines, but CatZ did actually manage to take out 1 tech lab, and so now this one having to be rebuilt on the factory. How many tanks does PainUser have now? He's still only got 1 out on the field. He's building another factory, actually another 2 factories over here that I did not see before. That armory is already completed, doing weapon damage level 1 upgrades. CatZ on 4 bases now. He needs to go ahead and get this a little more saturated. It looks like he does plan to drop 2 more gas right here with these drones coming over, and his army's looking pretty stout right now. He's got a lot of Banelings. He's at 174 food against 115 of PainUser. It's just going to come down to a couple of big battles, I have a feeling, and who is able to roll over the other one better. Those Baneling shots earlier when PainUser was over here attacking the 3rd, those were just great. PainUser a little slow to try and micro his guys away, but when you have nothing but bio against that many Banelings, you're not going to win too many times unless you've got, you know, some nice spells or a couple of medevacs to pick those guys up to avoid those blasts. But the Spire Baneling